boy.
Oh, hello, sir.
Hello, sir. Are we ready? Are we on?
We're on, mate.
We're rolling.
We've been rolling. How you doing?
I'm excellent, thank you. I'm glad to be here out in this class as nature.
Observe the scenery. I think we've done nature.
Have we? Yeah. So we're in Sheffield Botanical Gardens. It looks beautiful. There's only a small view on the camera of us on a bench with some plantery.
I say cute. We look like we're selling something.
What are we selling? Health and fitness.
Health and fitness.
Happiness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sprinkling of idiocracy. I've saved
That's
something
true.
for you, which is how I'm going to sit absurdly on this chair as well.
Okay. I kind of respect this. I don't think I'm doing any better because I'm kind of like doing wide knees, which is not.
Yeah, with the
necessarily
shorts, that might not
Yes.
be the move for the viewers.
Well, they can just comment and decide, can't they? Do you have any idea what episode we're on? Because I don't.
That is a good question. Maybe 40, 15?
Something around this, yeah?
Must be an... No, it's an even number. I don't know.
We're doing quite well,
Somewhere around there.
aren't we? We're doing quite well.
What was that statistic of 12 podcasts? I was trying to remember that the other day.
21. I think if you get past 4...
21?
Yeah, I think if you get past 4 podcasts, you're in the top 10%, I feel like, of most podcasts done.
Okay.
Because there's like hundreds of thousands of podcasts, but most of them are one episode.
Oh, really?
Yeah, literally somebody just says something and then they never do it again.
Right.
They load it
That
somewhere
makes
and they
that
just don't do it.
favours us a little more.
It does, this is what I mean.
Yeah, that's not
Longevity
bad.
on the process is how we'll get somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if you get past 21 podcasts, then you're in the top 0.1%, you're in the 10%.
Oh,
of
is
the
that what it
10%.
is?
I think so, yeah. And then there's not really that many podcasts to compete with. So as long as we chat for long enough years, eventually we'll get
I got
somewhere.
shit to say.
Eventually we'll get somewhere. I feel like we're doing quite well though, aren't we?
I'm enjoying myself, man.
Pushing through nicely. I'm doing a little better on the uploading.
I'm doing a little worse on the clipping.
You've done no.
That would be worse.
Yeah, you've done no clips. I don't blame you, it's okay. I'm not mad about this.
Instagram's hard, eh?
No,
Nah.
not really.
Oh no.
It's more timely
Full
than it is
call out.
difficult, isn't it? It's more long than it is
It's
hard.
getting up and thinking about it as well. Like that's to do that.
You mean caring about things that are important? Yes, William.
Yeah, it's just because it's new to me. I think.
No, I understand. I also haven't been putting them on the MP3 podcast.
Yeah,
and
I had
somebody
someone today asked if it was on Spotify.
People have been actually asking you, haven't they, if there's the audio-only version. Currently there
Yeah.
isn't. And I've realised what I'm going to have to do is abandon that and then just restart from now. Because what's been putting me off is I haven't been doing it and there's a backlog of all the ones that need doing.
Oh yeah,
I'm just going to have
agree.
to sack them off. They're just going to have to be YouTube-only episodes. And from now, I'm just going to have to just start putting them on the MP3 version. You know, because all the work to do all the backlog of it is overwhelming me to the point where I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you got a lot of shit going on.
Yeah, we've both got other stuff going on. We currently don't make any money from this podcast or anything like this. We do this for fun and out of the good of our own hearts, essentially.
Today we're sponsored by the sun, which has given us some nice nutrients and things.
It is
but
beautiful weather, actually, isn't it?
Not much else.
It is beautiful weather.
We're having this is nice out here, eh?
I'm glad we're sat in the shade, kind of. I've spent a few days in the sun.
Yeah.
I'm having to get the legs out, though, because they're getting pale.
Getting big though, so that's a good
Often-
combination to get them out in the
I don't know
sun.
about big.
Well, they look big.
I don't know. if
Maybe
that's
not
true.
measurably big.
I've just got that low body
Yeah,
fat.
you're nice and
I've
lean.
got the tone.
That's keeping it, yeah.
Call it the tone,
I'm upset you're not in the vest for this actually.
shall we? Yeah, just because we're sat in the shade. Didn't know what to anticipate. I'm also rocking the mirrored sunglasses today.
True, you've gone full burglar.
Yes. Partly for coolness.
Yeah, that's the
it's a real
word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a real
verbiage.
word. Partly because I feel like awful today with a sickness. So
Yes,
also-
yeah, you're ill.
Yeah, I
Mm.
am, yeah. So I apologise if I cough sometimes through this.
I've been coughing for the last fucking 3 episodes.
Yeah,
and-
you had to miss the Mark Nixon episode.
Yeah, I know, very annoying. Yeah. I lost my voice yesterday, and it's back a bit today, but you can tell it's still a bit weird.
Yeah, you sound quieter than usual.
I can't
Which is fine.
project.
Probably brought you down to my level a little bit.
Oh dear, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, yesterday I went
Yeah,
for-
you're just dying.
I'm okay. I'm hopped up on caffeine, paracetamol and Benadryl.
It's a good
Do you,
combination.
know, do you know what the ingredients of Benadryl are?
Not
I'm not
one
even
clue.
sure if it's a fake thing.
Not one clue.
I mean, I'm not calling out Benadryl, but I also am. Cough medicine. I looked on the ingredients. Ingredient 1, sugar. Ingredient 2, sugar. Ingredient 3, glycerol.
Sugar.
No, glycerol's it's in fats and it's technically an alcohol.
Oh, okay. And then, baby.
That's all.
Oh,
Yeah, that's all it's. I was like, what? Sugar,
Not-
sugar, and so is it basically O'Hara's rum? From what we learned on last episode.
I was just thinking
Are you
that,
having
yeah.
a shot of rum and it's just get on with it, lad.
was this made with bamboo, or what was the fermentation
Yeah,
process?
it's got vanilla, Madagascar vanilla
Oh,
extract
God.
added to it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
What does it even do, Benadryl?
It says on it cough medicine.
Oh.
Rebecca just gave it me because I was hacking up this morning. Yesterday we went for a walk and I thought, do I have allergies? Because I feel kind of like sniffly and like I can't breathe a bit and my throat hurts. So I thought, oh, maybe I have allergies.
Turns out you have the death.
Yeah, and then I was coughing in the night. This morning I was dying. Text you, nearly cancelling, didn't I?
Nearly cancelled.
I was supposed to have a meeting this morning. I did cancel that one. So I'm also not mad that we're outside because it's less likely to infect you.
That's nice of you. That's
Even
nice
though
of you.
Rebecca's trying to place blame on you.
Yeah, I'm going to say, even though I think I gave it you.
I don't think so, unless it's a really slow burner. Because
It could be.
Isn't it? Because we did the podcast last week, like a week ago, and I felt fine.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Have we got the COVID?
Could be.
Could be the COVID.
I don't know. These days you don't. Do we still test?
No.
I mean,
I don't know if I ever did a test.
you don't know if you ever
I don't
did.
think I did.
If it's up for debate, if it's questionable, then everyone knows the answer, don't they? Everyone knows that the answer is no.
Yeah, no. None of that.
Um,
But how are you feeling outside of this? How's life
outside,
going?
perfect. Perfect. So beautiful. Everything amazing. Still working for Macros Inc. Of course, we just did the summer sale at Macros Inc. I don't know if I'm allowed to tell you how many new clients we got, like publicly on the Pirates radio. But it was a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, many people getting ready to change their lives. So I've had a steady trickle of clients coming in. I haven't taken on many, 6 maybe.
That's nice for you.
Yeah, which comparatively to the amount of clients we took on is none. Do you know what I mean?
0.0%.
I do very minimal work.
Yeah.
I don't have too many clients on purpose because I try and keep a personalised service. If anybody does want to work with me, you can comment on this podcast or message me somehow, either Connor Rhodes Fitness on Instagram or Connor Rhodes on Facebook or something, and you can work with me directly if you want.
Are you meaning this is a self-employed little side hustle or through Macros?
No, I have no private clients.
Yeah.
Through Macros Inc. They can sign up to Macros Inc. and request me as their coach and I will accept if they want to. Even if I don't have space for new clients, which I most of the time don't, if you are a podcast listener and then you message me saying you want to work with me, I'll just accept you anyway.
That's a good in.
Yeah, because I just think good.
We're small enough to have our egos stroked at the moment.
If you're a listener and you're enjoying the show, then come on, let's go. Do you know what I mean? I'd love to take on that person. Why not? Yeah. Even if I'll do the extra work that I don't want to do to support that person.
That's nice.
You know. So that's really nice, and then just spending time with Rebecca and Oliver a lot, which is really nice. They both love me absolutely an unbelievable amount, which is really nice.
Yeah, it's very nice.
It's very fulfilling.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah, it's very fulfilling. Oliver made a card at school in art club.
To you.
No, to his mum.
I'm surprised it wasn't about you.
Listen there.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's a caveat.
It said on the front, "Mum, I love you more than anything." And then you open
Except Connor?
Yeah, then
no!
open the card, and inside it says, "Except Connor."
Oh, God.
I was like, yes, let's go.
That's hilarious.
Let's go.
That's so
Love's
funny.
not a competition, but I'm drawing at bare minimum.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
let's go.
You're not nearly putting the groundwork as well, so that's impressive.
Let's go now. It's easy for me.
Why? Because you're so lovable and nice.
Oh, that's nice, thank you. I was going along the lines of being number one, not in charge, and I tell Oliver this all the time. I said to him, bro,
You play good
don't
cop.
get confused and think that I have any like sway of what goes on in this household, because I'm like fourth. It's your mum, she's the queen.
Yeah.
Then it's you.
Then it's dog.
Then it's the dog.
Yeah.
Then it's me.
Woof.
You think mum tells you what to do? She also tells me what to do. I also do what mum says.
Well.
So sometimes she comes to me, ask, Connor, can I do this? I'm like, ask your mother, ask mum.
Yeah.
I don't listen. Don't think I'm in charge. I've got nothing around here.
You just get to play the fun uncle type role.
Yeah, I don't have to. More like stepdad.
Yeah,
than uncle,
yeah,
but
yeah.
I don't do any disciplling.
No,
I
exactly.
don't do any of the telling
You can
offs.
just, okay, and go let Rebecca deal with
I
that.
don't do any of the telling offs. I just do playtime, story time, wrestling. I've been teaching him jiu-jitsu.
Excellent.
I took his back like 20 times. I'm like, bro, never turn your back on the opponent.
So much stronger than him, bro.
I'm doing spin the pig.
I'm proud of you. You beat up a 7-year-old.
Yeah, literally. But he's actually got, somehow, legitimate wrestling techniques without ever being taught. He actually did a single leg on me and started running the pipe. Do you know what that is?
No, not specifically.
So you go down, you get someone on the single leg, you pull
Oh,
their
yeah.
leg up so they're on one leg and you're holding their leg. Then you tuck it in between your legs and clamp it, switch the grip, and
Go
then
for like
pull
a
their
foot bar.
ankle up and then just like push their foot up so they fall back.
Oh, I see.
He legitimately got me on a single leg to run the pipe. And I went down onto the sofa and was like, yes, bro.
Laying down on your front.
How did you
just
figure
like,
that out?
What happened?
How did you figure that? I obviously went down like...
Ah, no.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But the technique, I was like, this is legitimate. Who's
Yeah.
showing you this? One time he got a body lock. I was like, that's correct.
Start signing him up to some little...
Take me down. Oh, we definitely need
Little
to do
jiu-jitsu.
family martial arts. It's 100%.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's 100%. It needs to happen. He said he wants to be a personal trainer when he's older. I'm like, of course you do.
Really?
This is what your mum and
Is he on the
stepdad are
push-ups and
best
shit,
in
yeah?
the world at. So of course, yeah, he can do push-ups. Yeah.
Cool. Keep him going.
Yeah,
Get him
yeah,
hanging
yeah.
off a bar, see if you can do some pull-ups.
Me and him were doing pose down as well. Front double buys.
Yeah. Did you win? I
Yeah.
bet you won that
To
one.
the back. No, I lost.
Yeah, I bet you won that
Clearly
one.
I lost.
You'll have him on like the ab pose and maybe the quad sweep. But he'll have you on arms.
7-year-old never trained.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
got me on
That's the
arms.
life we lead, bro, with a small arm
It's got me
crew.
on arms. So things are going well, bro. That's about it, really. Pretty calm. Training, medium.
Yeah, you've skipped a couple sessions, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been busy just working. I know it sounds like an excuse, but literally some days I just don't have time to make it to the gym. Just with other things going on. I wish I had a gym at home. I've been doing a bit of running.
That would be nice.
Yeah, just easier, just
Running's
saves
not
travelling
nice.
backwards and forwards. Not that the travelling's really that long, so it's semi an excuse.
No, definitely an excuse. Yeah, you do not live far from the gym.
Yeah, I don't live that far. Monday, Tuesdays, I'm not managing to exercise most of the time, and then after that, I am managing to do some exercise. Yeah, and my version of not doing well is still like 3-4 sessions a week.
Yeah.
which is still
Yeah.
way good enough.
Way good enough. And
Way good enough.
so shredded at the minute.
Yeah, I'm not doing bad on shape. I'm not the leanest, but I'm also not really caring.
You're definitely one of the leanest.
Oh, I'm one of the leanest people, 100%. I'm just not the leanest I've been. Like, I'm not as lean as I was a month ago.
Oh, really?
No, like when I was putting those photos on Instagram. No, I'm not that lean. Only like 1% above. But when you're very lean,
Yeah, that
I
makes
find
a difference.
The fluctuation is quite sensitive.
Yeah.
Like for me to go from like ultimate shredded 6-pack down to like a 4-pack, which is still great, but it's literally like if I overeat for like 2 days,
Yeah.
it'll do that, and it only takes like 2 or 3 days to get it back.
Mm.
But do you know what I mean? It's quite.
I do, because I've been
sensitive.
close to there before. I'm not there at the minute, but where you can just kind of... It's cool to see how much you can influence it just over, like you say, the course of a couple of days.
Yeah, it's just because the body fat's that low that any change is noticeable.
As a percentage, it's much bigger, isn't it?
Yeah, and lately I've been doing some restaurants and going out drinking. Spoke to you before the show. We went to a mixed martial arts event. Yeah, VIP, sat straight in front of the cage. Real nice.
That is cool. Any arm snappage?
No, a couple of chokes from the back. Quite aggressive though. Some blood, things like this.
Yeah.
Rebecca was like, "This is aggressive. How's this a sport?" Because
Has she not seen it before?
Not really.
Oh,
She's been
right.
to boxing events.
Yeah, yeah.
She was like, "This is way more hardcore and aggressive
Yeah.
than boxing." I was like, "Yeah, this is more like real fighting.
Yeah.
Boxing's like the gentleman's science. It's
Yeah.
isn't it? It's
Not many gentlemen in it nowadays, though.
That's kind of true.
It's very
But that
old
makes
man
it
of me
more
to say as
exciting
well.
because boxing got really quite boring.
Yeah,
now
that's why they put it on first, isn't it? On like event days and things. Just so people are there, they see it. You don't want to watch UFC and then go and watch boxing.
That's true. That's not
No.
going to work out.
No.
That's not going to work out. Yeah, boxing's kind of had a bit of a revival, hasn't it? Anthony Joshua, Tyson Fury.
It got big on YouTube when the Pauls and KSI
Yeah, so
decided
now
to try
Jake
and
Paul's
be
fighting
legit.
people. He's got Nate Diaz coming up
Does
next.
he?
Yeah, Nate Diaz coming up next. That'll be a good fight because Nate Diaz is a zombie. He does not go down.
I've heard Jake Paul's an alright boxer. I don't really know.
100%.
Yeah?
No one can deny. Yeah, he'd kick the shit out of both me and you
Oh, for
in
sure.
one go.
I knew that already.
Yeah.
Yeah. In one go.
Yeah, at the same time.
They're big boys as well, the fucking
Oh yeah,
the Pauls.
more than 6 foot tall. I don't know exactly.
Yeah,
how tall. More
Logan
than 6
especially.
foot.
He's
weighing
a
around
bit of
200
a
pounds.
brick shithouse.
So they're weighing like 90 kg or more.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big. They've got a lot of muscle mass. He trains very hard all the time. Very good cardio. Stood up against some really good fighters. Did quite well against Tommy Fury, who's been training all his life.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he did lose that fight, but he didn't get like embarrassed or outclassed. It was a bit back and forth. He definitely lost, but he's only been training 3 or 4 years. Tommy Fury's been training all his life since he was 3 years old.
And he's massive.
Yeah, and his brother's Tyson Fury,
Yeah.
heavyweight champion of the world, possibly
Yeah.
best ever.
Yeah.
So he's under good instruction.
And the
And his
Gypsy
dad's an
King.
amazing coach. Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy, the physique difference between the two of them.
Tommy and Tyson.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know what Tyson Fury looked like when he was younger, though.
that's true.
I don't know. And maybe he just likes it like that.
He doesn't give a shit, does he?
Maybe he
In
just
fact, I think he
likes
likes
it
it
like
because he loves throwing it around in interviews. Like, you look like that and I look like this and I can get the shit out of you.
Yeah, and he moves like
Moves well.
a middleweight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see that video he made about to Usyk
No.
saying Usyk, bitch,
That's going a little hard.
calling him out, calling him a middleweight. He says,
Oh, really?
You beat the bodybuilder. That's what he said. He meant Anthony
That's a
Joshua.
good accent, yeah.
You
The
beat You
bodybuilder.
beat the bodybuilder. Now there's a 7-foot behemoth. He said, waiting for you.
Fat man.
Waiting for you. Yeah. Bitch. Middleweight bitch. That's what he was saying.
That's
It
interesting.
was hilarious.
Have they fought yet?
Not to my knowledge, but I don't really follow boxing that
No.
closely, so I could easily be wrong. I follow some UFC, some mixed martial arts fighting. I generally watch the biggest fights on there. Yeah. Some good stuff coming up. Conor McGregor's fighting Michael Chandler.
Oh, is he either? No, I'm thinking of someone else.
Do you know Conor McGregor?
Yeah.
He's just got a new documentary out on Netflix. Apparently, it's good.
Oh, is it? I've seen that it's out there. He did a film with Jake Gyllenhaal as well, or?
He's in a film. I don't know if it's out yet. Yeah, I don't know.
I think that was right, or someone like that.
I don't know.
I don't know what that's
I
about.
don't know. Michael Chandler's a slightly shorter guy that's very jacked.
Apologies.
Known for being a very hardcore power puncher.
Okay.
And basically runs forward blasting and also wrestles. So he just comes forward either blasting or wrestling. And generally knocks people out, and he's one of the best in the world and used to be a champion of Bellator and has fought some of the best people in the UFC as well. And this is going to be a really interesting fight because Conor McGregor's a very good counter puncher. He wins quite often by jumping backwards when somebody comes for him and then smashing him when he's moving back.
Okay.
So Michael Chandler's definitely going to come forwards and try and wrestle and smash, and Conor McGregor's definitely going to jump back and try and counter and sprawl.
Yeah, I'd like to watch this then. That sounds fun.
Yeah, it might be the biggest fight of all time in history.
Really?
It might be, yeah. It very well might be.
That's interesting.
I'm not sure if McGregor versus Mayweather, the boxing, was the actual biggest fight of all time.
McGregor versus Mayweather. I didn't see
Conor
this.
McGregor versus Floyd Mayweather.
They had a boxing match?
Yeah, they had a boxing
shit.
match, yeah. Floyd Mayweather won.
Right.
But it wasn't embarrassing for Conor McGregor, it was quite good.
I mean, that kind of makes sense as well.
Got off a few punches. Yeah, McGregor's bigger.
Is he?
And, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
a lot
Mayweather.
bigger,
Yeah,
taller,
yeah.
weighs more.
He's small and he's like 5'3".
I don't know exactly how tall he is, but he's not the tallest or the biggest or the strongest, and he also has damaged hands, so he doesn't power punch. Generally peppers, but he's known as the best defensive guy ever, basically. Conor McGregor got a few hits on him, which is good because Floyd Mayweather fights a lot of people and they get 0 hits on him.
Yeah, and he's like probably the best of all time. Maybe.
Have you ever sparred with somebody who can really box?
No.
It's horrible. You don't understand how it's a real thing, but they're stood straight in front of you, as close as we are now or closer, and you can't touch them. You're like, it doesn't make sense when it's happening to you in your mind. Like, well, literally, you could be closer than this, and you can't touch them. Anything you try, there's no openings, there's no gaps, literally, and they're so tricky. Like, I remember I was sparring with one guy, throws like this to this side, why? So that you block this way, and then by the time he's done that, he's either hit me twice on this side or stepped round that side because I can't see, and then hit me twice from the back, and then by the time you've turned around, they've gone that way, and you're like, you look to the right, you get hit twice from the left, you're like, is there someone behind
Where
me?
is this guy?
Yeah, literally, it's like they're teleporting. And they put themselves in exact positions with different defenses where you actually just can't get to them. You're like, you don't know what... Poof, and
Man, I need to start some fighting stuff. We've been saying it forever.
Moving, it's just difficult.
Yeah.
It's just difficult.
Cool though.
Yeah, it's one of my things that I wish I did more. I wish I had more time for martial arts.
I need to just get on top of it and try and do it. It's hard to find the time though, isn't it?
It's hard for me to prioritize the time, yeah, because I have so many other things going on at the same time. Like I've got work, and then we've got podcasts, and I'm trying to make extra content, then I'm trying to do weightlifting training, I'm trying to do cardio.
Weightlifting training.
I'm trying to do dad duties with Oliver and read stories and drop him off at school and pick him up, and I'm trying to have and build a relationship, and and these are more important to me. All these, they're not in order of importance that I just listed, but all of them come more important than...
Yeah, of course. Weight training number 1.
Yeah, making the gains.
Yeah.
Trying to
Bro, you wouldn't have the rest if it weren't
not
for the
have
gains.
small
Think
arms.
about it. Yeah.
Not have small...
You wouldn't have the rest if you didn't have the gains.
It might be true.
It might be true.
It might
It's got to
be
be partly true.
Might be true.
Yeah.
I do feel less pressured though. Not that I ever really felt pressured.
To train.
Yeah, and to be in crazy shape, I
Cool.
guess. You know, the pressure went down when I stopped being a personal trainer and started being a nutritionist, because now it's like, it's not really part and parcel as much as it was. No. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You understand that?
You don't need to be as much of an advertisement for size, just
Which, I mean,
shreds now.
Yeah, I mean, you kind of always don't, because it's kind of... What somebody looks like doesn't... I don't know how to put it.
My client was talking about this today, like it's not the book by its cover kind of thing necessarily.
Yeah, what you look like doesn't determine your skill or proficiency
Yeah,
as a trainer.
one of my clients said that to me today. It was probably a backhanded compliment.
What, he said you're looking shit, is that what it was?
No, we were just talking about stuff like that. He was saying, well, I don't pay you for like your size or anything. I pay you for what's in your brain. I was like, oh, nice, mate.
That's kind of
That's sweet, yeah.
It's a nice way of saying you're small,
Yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah, my training, I'm enjoying the training I'm doing, but I'm not focusing super hard on anything kind of particularly. And I'm not on any kind of program. That's just a lie. I'm just training whatever I want, whenever I want, which is good fun.
which is going like.
I'm training my left leg only, not only, but like I'm doing more
you told me
volume,
about this.
split squats and leg extensions just to try and even them out.
Just on that quad.
Yeah, strength training squats, that's always good fun for me.
Okay.
Just work up to like 140, 150, do a couple of singles, come back down, do some fives.
That's nice.
Yeah, almost stay at those weights forever, for all eternity, it seems.
Yeah.
We'll keep, that's been consistent for a minute now, we'll see where that goes. Bench, I'm having fun with. I'm alternating my push sessions between a heavy bench press and then body weight dips just to failure, which I was enjoying. I did a set of 2 at 100 and then just sets of 5 at 90 the other day on bench.
That's very good.
It's not bad for me. And then went over to dips and I could still do 20 dips body weight on the first set. So that's quite nice, yeah. And then I'm alternating those because I want to get strong at dips as well. So I'm doing like a heavy dip day. I went up to like 30 kilos on dips and did sets of 5. That was good fun. And then go and do like a light bench session
30
after.
kilo like attached to a weight belt?
Wow.
Yeah. I definitely could not do that.
I seem to have a weird strength for dips specifically.
I don't think it's a weird strength, you've trained it for years.
No, but I was saying just off the podcast though, like I can almost do the amount of body weight push-ups that I can do in a row to failure. I can almost do the same with dips, which is strange, it feels.
I would bet this is just training specificity. I bet if you practice press-ups across your life as much as you've done dips. Remember when you were at that climbing gym,
you're right,
you
I
used
have
to do
done dips
all
yeah,
the time,
I did.
and you were just working on dips.
Dips are great fun.
You like them and they're applicable to what you do as well, like a bit on rings, a bit on muscle-ups, a bit on climbing.
I want to get the rings out here.
And then watch me do nothing.
Well, yeah, well, they can watch you flail and that'll be fun for everyone, yeah.
Shit.
You're not bad at all, but if we did, how would anyone feel about this if we did the podcast outside, but we had the rings up in the background and I can just show you some shit on them? That'd be good fun.
It would be good fun. The other thing I need to do is I can't find the other extension for the other microphone.
Are you on a short boy?
I've been on a short one for a few weeks, yeah, and I actually tried to look for the long one today. I don't actually know where it is.
Oopsie.
Yeah.
Want just an extension? Or is that what you mean?
Yeah, because I
Okay,
just need the long extension. I don't know where it is. Although we do have other options, we could also film it on the iPhone with those wireless mics.
Oh, that's true.
That'd also work.
That probably wouldn't look too bad. Just be the storage and getting it off the iPhone, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be fine. I could just plug the iPhone in.
Oh yeah, that's how things work.
Just
There are
straight
things.
up.
There are things.
Whoa.
There's nature.
Yeah.
Nature's everywhere.
Buzzing around me.
Yeah. But yeah, my training's going well. I'm enjoying myself.
Good. What about you helping me do that muscle up the other day? I know I used the band.
I mean, it was a good technique.
Felt all right.
Yeah, it was nice. By the end, it was pretty perfect.
Felt all right. I couldn't do it without the box. It was as soon as you gave me that box, where when you step off, it steps you forward, and that showed me where to.
So that's
go
what you've
back.
got to learn on your own. Yeah.
Yeah. As soon as it was the step forward, step back, and you showed me the backwards and forwards, then it was boom. It was done straight away.
Yeah.
Before that, there was 0% possibility.
Yeah, you were being very, very weird to start with.
I was trying to go straight up. That's what I'm used to doing.
I find that hilarious about you. Like, I've got a couple, like Pete's another mate of mine who's not very natural at a lot of things, but can learn them very well and then get good at them, but not having a very like kinesthetic kind of like naturality towards things like that.
I'm not good at anything, bro. I'm so bad at nearly everything I've ever done in my life. I start as one of the worst people.
Really?
Yeah, everything basically. The only things I've ever done naturally well is write. Really, I can write.
Do you mean like the actual vernacular of it, or do you mean like the penmanship of it?
I just remember in schools, without really anybody teaching me how, I could write really good essays.
Oh, okay.
And I always got good marks in like English language and literature. And if I had to write essays in like history or geography explaining things, which kind of plays into my job now.
You are the wordsmith.
I explain things for a living, do you know what I mean? I've always been good at explaining things somehow. But everything else, awful. Like even weightlifting and fitness, I was the worst. I couldn't even bench the bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just do it for a long time and get.
And I can tell that you know all your training, like all the technique to everything. Obviously you do, and you understand it, and you can teach it perfectly. But I can tell that it's not quite like how your brain's wired. No, you're much more. You learn well from books and stuff.
Sure. Sure, yeah. I can learn well from all different types, really. Auditory or... It's not natural, it's definitely trained because it didn't used to be like this, but I have a very high level ability to remember things that people said.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's from years of listening to podcasts and audiobooks.
And a lifetime of autism.
Perhaps. That plays into it a little bit.
Bit.
You know what my brain does, though? And I find this quite fun.
Nah!
If I'm listening to a podcast or an audiobook and I've listened to it before, when a sentence gets said or somebody says something, my brain shows me a picture of exactly where I was last time I heard that
that's
phrase.
interesting.
Yeah, so I'll remember and I usually listen to them while walking places or something like that. So I'll suddenly get when a phrase gets said, I'll suddenly get a picture in my head of, oh, you were exactly in this place walking along.
Like a
last
really
time you
good
heard
process of association / maybe photographic memory.
It happens with nothing else. It's only podcasts and
interesting.
audiobooks or when things get said. I remember it didn't used to be like this because I told you, we were talking off camera before, that when I first started personal training when I was young, I lived with my dad for a little bit in Barnsley, and I used to drive to Sheffield. It took like 45 minutes, and I used to listen to fitness podcasts and audiobooks. It was when I was getting my nutrition and training knowledge up and trying to learn things and trying to improve and be better right at the beginning. And I used to have to rewind the podcast or the audiobook constantly because I'd be daydreaming or not paying attention or can't remember what they were saying or realise I'd drifted off into thinking about something else, and I would rewind it and rewind it and rewind it. Sometimes I would listen to the same podcast 50 times in a row, I'm not kidding. I would literally listen to it over and over.
I can be like that
and
with
over
books.
again.
Sometimes I'll just realise I've read the same paragraph fucking 20 times. It's taken me 20 minutes.
Yeah, because you're just thinking about something else.
Yeah.
You're not really paying attention. Yeah, so my brain kind of got trained to remember audio in a way. I kind of got used to it. And now when I listen to an audiobook or a podcast, my recall is very high. Not like I can remember it word for word, but if there was a test on it, what like main points and order of this can you remember? I feel like I would do really well. You know.
Yeah, I can't do things in the background as well, which is I tend to retain things okay, but that's why. Like people that can just put a show on in the background or a podcast in the background while they do other stuff. I can like cook at the same time, but I need to have like 100% say audio or visual like on that. And people that can just stop an episode of something and like leave it for later, I can't do that.
Oh, I do that. Why? What happens here? You mean TV or you mean podcast?
Oh yeah. Like I know a lot of people like we'll sit down to watch something. They'll press play as they're getting up to go and get a drink or something, and I'm like, no, this isn't how we consume.
You take film seriously.
I take film seriously.
That's fine. That's respectable, isn't it?
Yes.
Respectable.
Yes. I saw Guardians of the Galaxy recently. I don't know if we spoke about this.
I remember you saying that the Marvel films have gotten worse.
They have.
I said no. You've got better. You've matured. That's
No.
They haven't got worse. They were always bad. You're just older.
Listen, you little fuck.
You're just older.
Listen here. No, you're incorrect in your opinion. You haven't seen enough of them to say shit.
Bro.
This is a uneducated opinion.
Everybody
knows.
Everybody knows.
They've gotten worse. Guardians was a bit of a redeeming quality though.
People say it's good.
Yeah, it was
gets
nice.
rated well online as well.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, didn't we actually on the last episode look up what it was rated on IMDb?
Oh yeah,
It
I
was
feel like we
8
did
point
now.
something.
Yeah. So we're doing well.
Yeah, because you asked me what the last film I watched was, and I couldn't really remember. The last film I can remember watching is, let's do badly named film titles. You go. Kid that's smart at maths argues with Robin Williams.
Oh my god.
What's it called?
Wait, say it again.
Kid that's really good at maths argues with Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Is it Robin
Good Will
Williams?
Hunting.
Good Will
Yeah,
Hunting.
yeah,
Is it
yeah.
Robin Williams?
Yeah.
It's Good Will Hunting.
The man with the hairiest arms ever.
Who is is it Matt Damon?
Yes.
Is it a young Matt
Matt
Damon?
Damon and Ben Affleck.
Oh,
Handsome boy.
Is his friend.
Handsome boy.
Yeah.
How'd you like those apples?
I do. Excuse me. I do remember watching that film a year ago.
That's a cool film.
Don't remember what else. It is a good film.
Do you know Ben Affleck now has got his entire back is tattooed with a phoenix, rising from the ashes. That's intense, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah.
Does it look good?
No.
No.
Oh. It's specifically quite bad. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. You would think, being him, that he could pay for the best tattoo artist in the world.
He was Batman. That's hilarious. I didn't like his Batman.
He was Batman in which?
The ones with Superman as well.
What?
Batman versus Superman.
What?
That universe.
Is that a real thing?
That's a film that's come out. It was shit. It's so funny.
Bro, it sounds shit.
The fight. It's so funny because that fight can only go like two ways.
Superman would
either
immediately
Superman
obliterate
completely
Batman.
just bends
He's a
him over
normal
and
guy
spanks
with a
him.
suit on.
Yeah.
The other guy
Or
can shoot lasers out of his
kryptonite's
eyes.
involved.
No.
Yeah, and he's impenetrable with like steel.
Batman doesn't have access to kryptonite.
So then he does,
Do
obviously.
you watch Batman and stuff?
Not so
followed
much. Not. I've watched them
Does
all. but-
kryptonite ever appear
Yeah.
in Batman?
Oh, sorry, no, in Batman.
Separately?
No, but it will
So
do in
what,
the
he just
comics, but
gets
not in the
does it?
films. I
Does
don't
it in
know.
the comics? Because
It
if
will
does,
do.
I'll let it off.
It will do in the comics, yeah. It's just not that many films have been done. But it's so funny because they're going to kill each other. And I think it gets to the point where Batman is going to kill Superman because he's got him all drugged up on this green shit. And then
Crypto juice.
Kryptonite, yeah, exactly. And then he goes to kill him, and Superman just whispers his mother's name, which is Martha, which is also Brucey Boy's mother's name. And then literally just on hearing Superman say his mother's name and realising he had the same name, he becomes like, okay, I'm not going to kill you now. It's the worst plot of all time. How bad is that? They're going to kill each other, they're going to kill each other. Oh, we have the same name for a mother. Okay, let's not fight.
Is that how it works?
That's how it went. It was awful. I like Henry Cavill though.
I think everyone does. I think everyone does. Yeah, wow. Some Batman films were good. I don't really like superhero films. The Dark Knights were good.
They were good, yeah.
They were all kind of good.
They were specifically good, yeah.
As opposed to what non-specifically good.
Just the others. A lot of them have been weird.
What about that one with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I was going to say, yeah,
Freeze?
Mr. Freeze, hilarious. Freeze. And that was Danny DeVito in that one as well as the Penguin. God.
Was he?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I need to see the new one with Robert Battenbat. It's not that new anymore.
Rob what?
Robert Pattinson playing
Ew.
Robert Battenbat.
What?
It's a fun little...
Is it good or is it not good?
I can't remember. I think I fell asleep in the cinema.
Has he jacked up now and become like some superhero as opposed to like...
I don't know. I can't remember.
What
He
was
had
the vampire
eyeliner
thing
on.
He was in?
Huh?
What was the vampire thing he was in?
Oh God, yeah, Twilight.
Twilight.
Yeah, playing the palest man alive.
Yeah.
Palest, saddest, prettiest man
I
alive.
watched Twilight 1. Like,
I've seen them all, I'll not lie.
all of them.
Yeah.
How many is there? Many.
4, 5?
Exactly. I watched number 1 when it came out, and I was a lot younger and thought it was okay.
Yeah,
but then
it's fine.
Then that became like a cultural thing, didn't it, for like girls?
Yeah.
Like it blew up.
And
big
me
time.
apparently.
It did it.
No,
It
not
blew
really.
up big time though, didn't it?
Oh, 100%, yeah. Bella or Jacob? No, Jacob or Edward, that's it.
Oh.
That was the question, wasn't it?
Was it?
Weird. That's a weird time to be them, imagine that.
Probably good. I don't know.
True, actually, probably good. Probably
to be
good.
famous, which I guess most actors do.
He was one of my first ever like physique goals. Whatever he's called, Taylor Lautner.
Taylor Lautner.
Yeah. He's got a nice little physique.
That was common actually. I remember seeing that a lot online. People using
One of those guys that just clearly
physique.
responded well to training. He was just built a bit big and bubbly, but nice and lean with it as well.
Should we have a look at him?
Yeah, go on. Do you know what? He was also a bit of an acrobat as a kid. He could do like martial arts and shit,
That's cool.
like flipping around a
I
stick
like
type
that.
martial arts.
How do you spell his name? L-A-U...
Yeah.
It knows what we want.
I want to see this boy's
extremely
body.
good looking, isn't he?
Yeah,
He's got that tan. Yeah, to be fair, he looks great there.
he looks. That's him in the Twilight movie. Too. It's very like Mark Wahlberg actually. That physique.
It is very like Mark Wahlberg.
Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
His like old Calvin Klein shoots that he did. They were fucking funny.
Yeah, that's pretty much like standard like Calvin Klein model.
That
as
is
well
exactly
from, like,
correct. Yeah.
Taylor Lautner of like what you'd see there.
Yeah.
Which everybody would be happy with, whether it's you or you're with somebody that looks.
How
like
about how jacked Chris Hemsworth got for the most recent Thor?
No.
And how many steroids he was on?
I haven't seen it.
He gets so big, bro.
He's been known to get too big though and be told to size down.
Has he?
Yeah,
Have you
but-
seen him? What he looked like in this?
No.
Bro, pull this up.
No.
Go. Yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Thor 3, just physique or whatever. I don't know.
Chris Hemsworth, Thor.
Because I think this was the first time he jumped on gear, actually.
No.
Which is an uncommon
No.
opinion.
Well, you can just be, you're just
controversial
allowed
opinion.
to be wrong, if you want.
Oh, was it Thor 4? It might be Thor 4.
Is there 4 of these? I've never
Guess
seen
maybe.
any.
Yeah,
of these
there is.
films.
Shit, it was 4.
I've never seen any of these films.
Look how jacked he got.
Oh, that's a lot.
Google this if you're missing out at home. He got so big.
He looks kind of like you if you took steroids when you were like 10 years older.
Yes.
Doesn't he? Especially in that one.
Is it time for me to jump on?
He looks, if you took gear and like got like a bit of a GH bubble gut, and then were like a real thick boy and 10 years older, this guy kind of looks exactly like you.
That is what you want, isn't it? Look at the size
Oh
of
yeah,
that.
he's got a workout app now, hasn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
he's got a workout.
I don't know what it
app
is.
now.
No, I actually do think this was the first time he jumped on gear.
No,
Because it's been the only
this time he
time.
jumped on more gear.
It's been the only time that he's been very obviously had a
Because
quick
his chest
change.
there sucks compared to the other one.
Because that's just the last movie.
Yeah, and he's like
So I don't
20 to 40
I don't
pounds
think there's
smaller
anything
there.
particularly indicative of gear about that.
There doesn't have
He's
to
just
be.
got excellent
There doesn't have to be.
genetics.
It could also be photoshopped.
And then
this top one though, you know where.
And then this is 100%.
Yeah, but that's in the film.
Horse
so
steroids.
that could easily. He looks very.
No, if you
airbrushed
see him move, bro, in the film, you can tell he's just gotten massive.
He's definitely gotten massive, but I'm wondering what extras.
Do you know what he doesn't have?
What?
Legs.
Is that true?
He's got calves, so he skates by with the long shorts. But no, he's slept on leg day a little bit. But of course he has. He plays Thor, you know. Not Quadzilla.
He's still pretty much one of the sexiest guys ever in existence.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Everyone's either mad about it or not mad about it alternately.
Yeah, I'm very happy for him. And you can appreciate a nice looking man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Pierce at the station gym?
Oh my
as
God,
well?
Pierce at the station
I
gym.
know he won his first competition, but I saw him doing his posing. I just went up to him and went, bro, what is your chest doing? Like, that's insane.
Got that pumpkin chest.
It went wild, that chest. I was like,
When I saw him after comp and he had his tan on, he just walked past me in his in a vest. I was like, yo, you need to chill out with all these striations and roadmap looking veins.
the veins are
So crazy.
thick and sticking out everywhere. He wasn't doing anything the other day, and I was like, you are so crazy vascular.
Got like 2 more weeks of comp stuff and then he's going to bulk a bit. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I said that to Todd Vickers, who we're supposed to be doing a podcast with, aren't we?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll try and arrange it for next week or something.
We can try that.
We could do it outdoors somewhere like this. I was thinking about also calling the Lost and Found pub just over there on Exall Road. Do you know the Lost and Found?
No.
It's very nice. It's on the big pub on the left-hand side.
Okay.
Kind of posh. It's always quiet in there on lunchtime. It's really posh and nice. They've got like a little...
Yeah, that could be nice.
They've got a big glass area as well, where you're inside but you're outside. It's like a greenhouse but with seats in it, kind of.
Oh, I don't mind that.
Yeah, it's really nice inside. There's flowers everywhere and stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to do more in just different places. It's good fun.
I think so. Could be nice, get a bit of variety on it. Gives us a little bit of a change, doesn't it?
I want to do that ring thing.
Yeah, we can do that.
I want to see who can do the most push-ups at some point as well.
We can do that.
Maybe in like a couple of years when I've trained.
I can definitely.
How many
do more
think
than
you can do?
Definitely more than 35.
Yeah,
I can definitely do more than 50.
You're going to win.
I can definitely do more than 50.
Really? It's just
Definitely.
straight? Chest to floor every time?
Yeah, definitely. Depending on what the rules are, I might be able to do 75.
Okay.
Like, are you allowed to stop at the top in a plank position but not touch down? Does that count?
Yeah, for sure.
I could probably maybe do 70 then. I don't know.
I don't think I've got this in me.
Sets of 10, I could probably do 7.
Oh, you'd do it strategic like that
I
and
don't
just
know,
blast
but
it to
I'm just
failure.
thinking I probably could. Probably could. I could definitely do 50.
Yeah, you can school me at that. I'll school you at muscle ups.
Did I tell you one time I tried to break the press-up world record with my friends at school?
No.
When we were like 15.
When you had no gains and no testosterone?
Yeah.
That's a bad idea.
Yeah. We found out how many press-ups people had done in like a period of time.
Yeah.
And worked it out and thought we could beat that. And it was legitimate actually, you could beat it. The problem was the timing. So we got like...
Yeah, of course that's the
I got
problem.
literally like between
What did
10 and 20 of my friends, I can't remember. We went down to we arranged this with the teachers, took 2 teachers down to be
Adjudicate.
time watchers,
Yeah.
time stoppers. And then figured out if we went go, and then person 1 did a press up in the line, and then it went 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, all the way down, and we did a wave of press ups like that.
Staying in the position or coming?
Yeah,
Oh,
staying
what?
in the
No.
position.
That's going to make
The
it
amount
very
of
hard.
press ups we could do in the group in a time, it was like, it could be beaten somehow. I can't remember how we figured this
Oh,
out.
no, this isn't just by one man?
No, this is like a group of like 10 or 20
Oh,
people.
okay.
Like as a group, most press ups done in like a period of time.
You fucked it up from the start by staying in
I
there.
can't remember what the rules were,
But go
to
on.
be honest, but we figured out that it would work, and then it didn't work at all.
Yeah, I can believe
Because
that.
the timing just wasn't... You'd need like practice. Because we planned to do like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. You just
yeah.
can't keep it that smooth.
Oh, okay.
It just went off like almost immediately.
I'm surprised by the thought of you ever having as many as 20 friends.
Maybe I didn't. Maybe there was just 20 record-breaking wannabes.
Yeah. The club was
in there.
formed.
No, my secondary school was quite nice, There wasn't really like massive amounts of cliques.
Okay,
Like
that's
I was
nice.
kind of friends with most people. Like I was in the nerdy classes, so I knew the nerd kids. But I was also like a skateboarding kid that liked like punk music. So I was also hanging around with like...
Cool all round, man.
No, not cool. I am not cool and was even less cool back then.
Yeah, I would have to agree.
Well, not cool.
No.
Cool is not a characteristic that you would describe me as. It is for you. It literally is for you. It's one of your main characteristics.
Well, alrighty.
It's cool as fuck.
I'll take
That's what
it.
everybody thinks.
Thank you, I appreciate this.
It's not for me. It doesn't come up in like top 10. You wouldn't say cool. What's a cool guy?
Say shredded, intelligent.
Thank you. These things are more.
Go back and forward on synonyms of these. Funny. Ish.
But I knew the nerd kids. Funny-ish, yeah, I agree with that. I knew the nerd kids. I also knew the punk kids and the skateboard kids who also hung out with the BMX kids kind of thing.
I was a rollerblading kid.
Yeah, that's all. They're like the alternates in the extreme sports. Like
I was
if you
alternate.
can't do any of the other extreme sports, you take up rollerblades.
That was kind of it.
Yeah. If you can't skateboard, you BMX. If you can't BMX, you rollerblades.
Are they the orders?
If you can't do rollerblades,
Scooter.
you do scooters. But scooters took on a mind of its own after a while. About 10 years ago, scooter became its own thing. Do you know Ryan Williams?
No,
No?
not one bit.
Bro. Possibly
Scooting champion of all time.
number one scooting champion of all time. And also number one.
But it's not a title I'm interested in.
No, but if you saw it, you'd say, what?
Nah, there's still a scooter involved.
Yeah, but bro, imagine a jump longer than this entire area we're sat in, and it'll do 4 backflips over it.
Yeah.
It'll go literally down a huge hill, shoot off it, and do 4 backflips, and then go boom down it, or do like 12 spins.
12 spins, the spin move.
And then go down. It's absolute insanity.
That is insanity, but it's not cool.
He's also no, but it's so,
It's like if you're doing something like that,
it's so intense. It's
that'd
not
be cool. No, it isn't.
And he's a bit of a nerd kid, but it's so intense to watch. You can't even believe the amount of spins this kid can do.
Because I think rollerblading does look cool sometimes.
It does.
You know when you see one of them people with like the square looking ones that are for grinding, and they've got some baggy cargos on, and they're just zipping around headphones in.
Yeah. You got like.
They've got frosted tips, probably.
Oh my god, I hope not. But yeah, there's a big serious amount of style to it, sliding down rails and stuff. I did it for a little bit. I tried it because I broke my ankles too many times skateboarding.
You thought I'll put it in a boot and cinch it up nice
it
and
didn't
tight.
work.
Oh no.
Yeah, no, I literally thought that. Yeah, I thought maybe the boots being high will give like stability. No.
No. I never learned to grind because I broke my ankle. There just wasn't any direction I could go in without just breaking
I did.
it.
I could slide down some rails. I could do 360s.
That's cool.
I've never been upside down. I can't do a backflip or a front flip.
No.
But I can do 360s.
I was just good at
rounds.
jumping. I could jump like the 8 stair with a couple of skateboards stacked over the top of it. That was my shit.
That's decent. Yeah.
Busted my knee up a couple of times doing that.
Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Ah, youth, eh?
Yeah, I tried BMXing as well and really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
One of my favourite things, I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but every time I see somebody doing it, I kind of think that's stupid because now I'm 30 years old. But I also think, God, that was one of the best, most fun times ever. Have you ever ridden a BMX that's got no brakes on it?
Yeah, very briefly, and not with enough skill to really appreciate
So
it.
good.
Like just around a little track, a little
anywhere,
MTB track.
in the
or-
woods,
Oh, really?
over jumps, on the streets, down hills.
See, no, too scary.
That's the point.
No,
Once you speed up,
those
you
people that
can't
take the
slow
saddles
down.
off as well.
Yeah.
They've got nothing.
For a while, I had a BMX that had no seat on it, no brakes on it, and no chain
No
on it.
chain on it,
It
just
didn't
a
even have
fixie.
Yeah. It's a
No,
giant.
wait, no, is that even a fixie or just
No, you
got
can't
nothing?
speed up or slow down.
No,
It's got pedals, but nothing
stand on.
attached. Yeah.
bro, you know when a 4-year-old gets a bike, and it's just one of them that they just
And you
walk
just
up.
run.
Yeah, that's
It's like
just what
that,
you
but without your
made.
feet on the floor.
That's
It's
what
a
you
giant.
made. Was it
scooter.
little and wooden?
It's a giant micro scooter. That's the point.
Shit, you're right.
That's what it is. It's so fun without brakes. My mum used to say
you're
to me, "What if a car comes? How are you going to slow down?" I'd say, "I'll speed up and miss it." We've got 2 options if a car's coming: we slow down and we miss it, or I'll speed up and miss it.
Option 2's out.
Yeah. And I never got hit by a car or nothing. I do see people now doing it, and I think that's a stupid move. But I also kind of respect it because I know how fun it is
Yeah.
on the giant scooter.
There are certain dumb things I do. Like I don't mind like dangling off the edge of something. Because I know
I
that
really
like
do
I'm
mind that.
fine for that kind of stuff. You know when
You
you
trust your grip and strength. And you're a
absolutely,
good climber.
absolutely, yeah.
I wouldn't like to do
When
that.
we were doing that Via Ferrata
Yeah.
in Italy, every time I had a good handhold, I took both my safeties off at once just to be like, It was nice.
Yeah, I told you my story about Go Ape, didn't I? Where
Yeah.
every time I unclipped it from the tree, I would immediately, immediately just freeze in fear. Oh my God.
Yeah, you don't do the heights. You're not necessarily scared of me, but you
No,
don't
I'm
do
not scared of heights, but I'm also not going to height on purpose.
to hide on
You know what I mean? I'm
purpose.
not going to be high on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd love to do a skydive or something. No,
Would you?
no for you.
I would do it.
Podcast skydive. Get that shit recording on the way down. We'll probably have like 5 minutes.
That'd be hilarious. Rebecca's done a
Winded.
skydive, she told me.
Oh shit, that's cool.
Yeah, she said she wouldn't do it again.
Oh really?
Yeah. She remembers screaming a lot, she said.
It'd be so sick.
Not much else.
Oh, it'd be so sick. What about bungee jumps?
I'd do a bungee jump, yeah. I'd do a bungee jump.
Yeah.
I've never done that, but I would do a bungee jump. I've done abseiling at school, which is a very scaled down version of that.
Yes,
Didn't
very.
really enjoy it.
Oh, scale down from bungee jumping.
Yeah.
A couple knots,
It's
yeah.
like the slowest bungee jump ever.
There's no.
It's the same.
Sure, bro.
You start at the top and you go down.
Oh my gosh. No, a bungee jump, you fall down and then you
Yeah,
get pinged back up.
exactly.
Absolutely, you just go down.
You do fall, but slowly. You fall like in segments.
No,
you
I have a
fall
different
like
definition
a
of
few feet
fall.
And then touch and then.
Yeah, I say
Falling
you
with
really.
style.
Yeah.
It's like Buzz Lightyear.
What's that? That's it.
Buzz
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Lightyear.
That's hilarious.
Funny.
Are we going to do some questions?
Do you want to? How long have we been on? We do actually have a time limit.
We do, because the cars.
Actually,
What are we saying?
we've been 50 minutes.
Oh God, of course
How
we
have we
have.
talked so much? It makes no sense because we actually need to finish kind of now
Well,
or maximum.
thanks for listening, everyone. It's been a fun time.
Maximum 10 minutes. Shall we just do quick fire like last time?
Go for that, like every time.
We've done 50. If the listeners are still here,
I had a good one as well that could have been a nice little.
Go on then.
In fact, no. Let me die first.
Okay.
We'll do some quick fire ones, and I'll save that for another one, maybe next week.
All right. Curious if anyone has been successful with reverse dieting. I've been a battle with my weight for years. I lost 50 pounds and then gained it back, and now I've lost about 15, and now I just can't go any further. I believe it's because I was in a calorie deficit for so long that I destroyed my metabolism. Any ideas or worlds of advice, it says, are much appreciated. You want to take this on me?
Probably more you, but I mean, that's slightly possible. It depends how much weight they've lost. If they've, I don't know what the specifics of the calorie deficit are, but if they were big before and they've stuck to the same number of calories and they've dropped, say, I don't know, 5 stone or something ridiculous, then it's going to maybe plateau out a little bit as your homeostasis changes, and then yeah, you're going to need to adjust it. What
Bro,
are
I
you
love
saying?
that because you just
Oh,
write.
cool.
I just love that.
That's good for me then.
Because metabolic damage, as it used to be called, is not really a real thing. You can't destroy your metabolism by dieting. That's not a real thing. Your metabolism is technically the breakdown and building of chemical structures inside your body.
You can screw with it to a small degree, right?
Yeah, probably about 10%.
Yeah.
You get about 10% down regulation from calorie deficit.
If you
in
fucked it up,
different
yeah.
ways. But a bigger factor is what you're saying, smaller people. Not that this lady is necessarily smaller because she's
We don't
gained
know.
back the 50 pounds.
Yeah.
But if she did lose 50 pounds, then your calorie maintenance level drops due to being a smaller person. That's what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. I forgot that
Which
last
is a
bit.
bigger factor.
Squirrel.
And
Squirrel there.
have you ever played with the squirrels in this park?
Dude, no, but I want to. Look how sick they are. They're so jacked.
They're beautiful, aren't they?
Be a sick pet. Someone get me a squirrel.
They're beautiful, aren't they? In this park, they're actually very friendly to humans. You know, if you've got food and you sit down
Are
with
they
your legs
really?
crossed, they'll come and sit on you, literally.
You got any
I've done it
food?
before.
This guy's looking at me.
Yeah, they're not scared of people because they're just here all the time. They're fully calm.
I've
with
got a
people.
pet rat, as you know.
You could bring it down to play. Would she run off, do you think?
Yes, 100%.
Never come back?
No, never come back. I need to put her on a leash. She's escaped my apartment like 3 times.
That's hilarious.
I know.
That'd be the funniest thing.
Gotten into the neighbours.
You'd get views on Insta.
Ah, release the rat.
Yeah.
I don't think that would go down well.
Apparently those grey squirrels are an invasive species over the red squirrels, is that right?
I don't see many red squirrels.
And apparently they all died.
You invasive
this.
little things.
Yeah. But literally those squirrels are not scared of humans in this botanical gardens. And if you sit down on the floor and you've got whatever food they like, I forget.
And you do the lotus position.
Yeah, you just
and-
wait. They'll come
Okay.
and literally sit on you and like run around you and stuff.
Like
You can see
Cinderella.
people doing it. I've done it once before.
That's
I
all
didn't worry
right.
about diseases, but I didn't seem to catch anything.
I do feel like they could fuck you up if they got a hold of you. They got some nasty little claws and teeth, haven't they?
Maybe it could, yeah. I'm not
I mean, my
sure.
rat can fuck me up, so.
Yeah, I've seen the holes in your clothes. And scratches on
Yeah,
you.
everywhere. There's a new one, yeah.
Yeah.
Did we have any more to finish this one?
Basically, you can't ruin your metabolism. If you've gained the weight back, your metabolism might be a little bit slower, maximum 10%. Probably the calories are just going wrong. I'd like to assess the activity levels, the movement, the walking, the food diary of what this person's doing.
All the things that
Yeah.
that compile to make up fat
Is
loss.
it this one behind you?
Just make sure they're all right. What are you saying?
Look, they just have a little walk up, check you out.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Cute, aren't they?
Mate, look at you. I want it.
Oh, it's actually on the camera, I think.
Is it?
No, it's out of shot.
That's such a shame. Come here then, pal. What's the next question?
And reverse dieting's not a real thing, essentially.
I don't really know what this term means.
What it started, Lane Norton invented it, and then he actually went back and recounted on it and said that he was wrong. And
Oh,
everybody
that's good.
forgets that bit and just carries on with it. But basically what it said was,
Sorry.
maybe it's a good idea. Let's say you're in a 500 calorie deficit.
Yeah.
You've been losing weight for a while. Rather than just bumping your calories straight back up, increase by like 50 or 100 a week and then just bring your calories back up slowly. People thought this would stop you gaining more body fat back.
Right.
It was an idea. It turns out it's not true.
Oh, I see.
Basically what you're doing.
So that you'd acclimate to the new calorie
yeah,
intake.
but
bit
it doesn't
by
work
bit.
like that at all.
Look at this guy, man.
Yeah, he's just sat there chilling.
Yeah, that's so funny.
But you don't acclimate to the calories like that, like people assume you do. There's no sort of, you're paying no attention.
I'm listening 100%.
while taking photos of the little squirrel.
I'm listening 100%. Go on.
What's he called? It looks like a George.
Do you reckon? George is off.
Yeah, he's got
He's had enough.
He don't like that name.
Lane
He's
Norton.
bored of the reverse dieting talk.
Unlike me.
Yeah. But basically what you do then is imagine you've got a client and they're in a 500 deficit and then you take them out of the deficit at 100 calories per week. You're just keeping them in the deficit for 4 weeks longer or 5 weeks longer.
And just
than
a
they actually
gradually
need to be.
less and less one. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no point to this. You're just keeping them feeling crap, and basically now people don't do that. Just bump the calories straight back up to the maintenance level and just go from there, and it's fine. So this lady's basically getting a calorie intake wrong, or not accounting for a movement, or something's going wrong. You don't need to reverse diet, and it's not really a real thing. All right, other questions then. Hi all, newbie to macros here. I get the science behind it, but I'm struggling to find out what quantities of each should I be aiming for. More to this question, but let's skip an answer. So what do you think about the amount of carbs and fats and proteins that you give to people? What do you recommend for your clients in this kind of way?
I mean, I'm a very low level nutritionist. I kind of cover the basics and then check up on people from there. So calories is obviously dependent on whatever their goals are, and we can just kind of do some simple mathematics and assessments of their day-to-day routines and
like what, lower
habits.
calories if they've got weight loss goals, a bit higher if they're building
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that,
Combination of like feedback from just what they're doing, like just record your calories for a bit, see what happens. And I always like to kind of take it from like a case study point of view, like record what happens to you by weighing yourself and measuring yourself, record what you do to you with cardio and just general walking around, step count kind of thing, and then record what you put into you. So you've just got these 3 variables, come back to it in 2 weeks, 3 weeks after you've had a chance to get used to that whole recording process, which is a bit tedious as it is. So you've not tried to change too much initially, you've just done that. And then see if you are happy with the changes versus the input and go from there. And then specifics on macros and stuff. I mean, maybe like 1 gram per kilogram of body weight is something that I would, of protein. I would say it's like a very bare minimum.
I agree with that.
Yeah, and then going up from there, depending on what your goals are.
Technically it's lean body weight as well. If somebody has a very high body fat percentage, you don't have to give them more protein. Like, let's say somebody quote unquote would be 70 kg if they were a good BMI. They're actually 150, for example. They don't need 150 grams of protein minimum for health.
Oh,
they still only need 70.
No. Yeah.
It's based on lean body mass technically. So people who've got high level obesity, you don't have to do the 1 gram per kg.
No.
In terms of macros, I agree. Calories is very important depending on your goal. Try and get a good protein intake. That helps most things. And then the carbs and fats don't really matter and just fill themselves in.
Yeah, and just move on to minerals and good nutrition and vitamins and shit.
Do you want to do a question?
I think mine was very
all these
similar to
questions are
that.
nutrition because I picked them.
Well, okay, then we will go through the one that was, gym related. Yeah, so what metrics in the gym should I be looking for if I'm aiming to build muscle?
That's a nice one.
Was one of them. Yeah, so you start.
Aiming to build muscle, basically we need progressive overload of any kind. So there's a number of different versions of progressive overload you can work by. One simple one is, are you doing more reps than you were before? Another simple one is, are you doing more weight than you were before? Another one is, are you doing more sets than you were before? Another one is, are you doing more sessions per muscle group than you were before? Higher frequency of training. Another one is increased form, like better technique applies better stimulus to the muscle, which equals more progress. I'd say they're the main ones.
Pretty perfect answer,
Are you doing better on reps, weight, sets?
Yeah.
Sets is not a common one to increase that much. Are you using good techniques still and getting your sets and reps up and weight up is basically the game?
Sets get, a bit serious. You tend to see that more with like intense powerlifting or bodybuilding or whatever. But yeah, all of those metrics are excellent. Just making sure you're progressing on something basically. If you're saying building muscle, slightly more biased than say building strength, maybe do all of those metrics in like I quite like an 8 to 15 rep range for that kind of behaviour. Maybe some outliers either side sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah. Just work through them rep ranges, wait till you hit a high rep range, try some heavier shit.
Yeah, so that's what I recommend to my clients as well. Choose a weight you can do 8 to 10 with, at least, and then work on that weight until you can do more like around 15. And when you can do a couple of sets of 15 with good form, preferably perfect form, then we think about bumping the weight up. Because you bump the weight up, the reps goes back down, you can't do as many, then start building it back. And that's the game, isn't it?
It's nice, it's perfect, yeah.
Whoever goes through that system fastest basically makes the most gains apart from genetics.
Yeah.
Or enhanced.
Yeah, so if your numbers are going up, if your reps are going up, then you're adding muscle. One more?
Yep. Suggestions for days you just want to eat. I don't think I'm hungry. I just want to have a good binge.
Allow for them, maybe.
Okay.
Or if it's a regular kind of feeling, then it's discipline kind of needs to override it. If it's an infrequent, oh, I need this, then we are what we do most often. And if it's, say, maybe once every 2 weeks, you just need a bit of something, then yeah, maybe allow for it, cook a few calories somewhere, go on a walk afterwards, you know, whatever you can maybe try and do to just even things out a little bit. If it's far enough apart, treat it as an actual, like, refeed day and just have a little bit of a day to make sure you don't plateau. I don't know.
Yeah, one meal is no big deal at the end of the day, so every now and again you just do what you want. Yeah, that's a phrase that I teach my clients.
Yeah.
For positive or negative, like if you eat one salad, you're not suddenly slim. If you eat one, I don't know, massive pizza and brownies or whatever.
Like I did last night.
Did you?
Yeah.
Then what happens? Nothing.
Nothing particularly.
Really. Yeah, so I agree. I
Do
like
that
what you
shit
said
every
as
day
well.
for a
Then
week.
I like what you said as well. If it's common, then we really need to be looking at other either stress management methods or pleasure methods, because if somebody's not hungry and they're just wanting to smash a load of junk food all the time, either you're over restricting yourself or you're trying to derive pleasure and dopamine and sensation from life, which is it's not bad to get it from food, but if you get it all from food, it's very damaging to your health and to your goals and to your control on the food, and it can spiral out of control really easily. So I'd be looking at other ways of being happy if you're constantly getting these needs to...
It's tricky, isn't it? It's
binge
just
eat
another
junk
addiction,
food.
but yeah, kind of
Very similar to addiction.
just like a lot of addiction treatments,
Yeah, technically food addiction's not a thing, and sugar addiction's not currently classed as a real thing by most scientists, but it definitely has addictive properties, and it has addictive-like properties, and it's very habitual, it's very habit-forming, and it does feel like an addiction sometimes, even though technically it doesn't count. But the definitions are quite... Like, it's hard for me to understand why it's not an addiction.
I get that.
It's hard for it to be rationalised to me, and I've heard it rationalised both ways.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, that because it doesn't have any actual addictive qualities, but A, I don't know if that's strictly true, and B, there are other things that you would class yourself as addicted to that don't.
Yes, like one that confuses me is, okay, you can say like drugs and stuff like this, you could say like heroin, for example. If you stop heroin cold turkey, you get really bad side effects, you can die.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's physically addicted to that substance. Technically you need it or you'll die. You have to whittle it down carefully. But what about gambling? Because that counts as a legitimate addiction.
Yeah.
But that's a legitimate addiction.
Yeah, you're
So is
right,
sex
that very
addiction
much is, isn't it?
a legitimate addiction. But that's not applying any stimulus you actually need.
I want to see the papers on these.
That's what confuses me. I get it if we're talking drugs and like physical needs and stuff like this, or very strong desires, but what makes gambling an addiction but not sugar or food an addiction? When technically you do need food, you do need to eat food or you'll die.
Yeah, so it is.
Which also makes it
an addiction.
in a straight, is it or is it not? Is it a necessity?
Or is it a
Is it a
necessity,
need?
yeah.
It's complicated, isn't it? And I've seen it argued both ways, but currently by most people, it's sugar and food are not classed as addictions.
Okay.
And overeating and stuff like this. By most people.
Great, that means I'm not addicted to food.
But it's interesting, isn't it? But I like what you said. If it's happening too often and it's not to do with actual nutrition or hunger or need, then okay, eat some nice stuff sometimes. I agree with you, do that. But then if it's more and more and more, it's not going to work. It's not going to make you happy. It's going to move psychological stress or pleasure into physical pain or problems by putting too much pressure on your body in terms of calories and sugars and fats and just junk. So we need to have hobbies, and we need to be looking at other ways of being happy in life, and we need to be using stress management methods that are helpful and not harmful, or constructive and not destructive.
Yeah, deal.
I would say. But you can also fit nice things you want to eat into roughly a calorie maintenance or management level.
Do more of kind of a steady away type basis.
Yeah,
like
rather
just have
than
something
binge,
per day.
Like, don't have a full day where you just binge whatever you want.
Yeah,
just eat some
like
nice stuff for a meal.
Yeah, if it's erring more on the side of like yo-yoing, where you just go intense in both directions and just flip between because it's too intense, then yeah, maybe try and just consider being a little more consistent with it and just have your treats, have the shit you like, but don't have it all at once.
Completely agree, bro. What do you think?
I think goodbye, everyone.
We need to go,
Success.
because we've got 15 minutes to get back to the car before the parking runs out.
Oh shit, the
All
constraints of life, eh?
Anything else then? Or done?
Thank you for listening. We appreciate the botanicals and all of its beauty. I appreciate you, Connor. Goodbye,
And we
everyone.
appreciate you listeners too. Thank you so much.